Are you ready for one of the shortest units in our Sweet Pipes book? This is Unit 8, and I'm Kenneth Sribnick. Here we go. We're learning F sharp, one of the easiest notes on our alto, and perhaps the most important sharp note in all of music. F sharp is always the first sharp designated in a musical piece's key signature. Key signatures, that's a new thing. Well, let's get into what keys are and why we need them. To answer these questions, I'd like to use a song we all know, the major scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. But as a song, musicians need to be able to play or sing that tune or any tune starting on whatever notes needed, because there are women with high voices and men with low voices and instruments high and low all the way in between. That's why you need to be able to play whatever music is in front of you, high or low. You need to know how to do that, meaning you need to know how to play in different keys. At the beginning of a piece, we've seen there's a time signature like 4/4 or 3/4. Many times, there's also a key signature telling us what adjustments we need to make to our playing so that our tune sounds correct no matter what range we play it in, meaning what key the piece is in. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. I don't know what keys those were. We need to be more exact. The best way to see that is on a keyboard. If we play our do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do tune, starting on the note of C, we find that we stay on only white keys. You'll forgive my piano playing. I'm using a mouse. We see then that staying on the white keys and notes, the key of C needs no adjustments. But if we started on perhaps a G and only played the white notes, it doesn't sound correct. After experimenting, we find it does sound correct if we play our Fs sharpened, moved up one note. Talking in the language of music, we say that in the key of G, we need one accidental, the note F sharp. Other starting notes will need other accidentals, often more than one accidental. For now, we don't need to overload you with all the keys and all their accidentals. Just understand the concept of needing accidentals, sometimes up and sometimes down, to sound correct. Because of this, most reasonably competent musicians can play whatever music is put in front of them with perhaps up to 4 sharps or 4 flats. Now, the last thing to mention to you about all this is that the math people, for people like me who are terrible at math, put all the accidentals into a chart named the circle of fifths, where you can just look up the keys and their accidentals for any key whose key signature of flats or sharps you don't remember. Now, if you promise not to try to memorize or write down what I'm about to show you, I'll share 3 versions of the circle of fifths chart. First is the version for where we are now in your studies. Next is a chart with all kinds of other musical issues added in for more advanced composers and music arrangers. And lastly, because we're early music people, the oldest one that I know of, published in 1679. Now to our book. Let's look at the header for Unit 8. Our F sharp is written like regular F on the top line of the staff, and is sharp either because of the key signature at the beginning of a piece that tells you all the Fs in the piece are sharp, or when in a tune you need that occasional F sharp that's not in the key signature by putting a sharp sign immediately before that F note in the same way that you see it here. The fingering chart shows just those 2 top fingers. It plays real easy on every recorder you'll ever own. Now, let's circle exercises 126, 7, 8, and 9, and tunes 132, 33, and 36. Get the 4 drills perfect at whatever speed you need, but 129 is the test of competency, again at whatever speed is your speed. You'll notice that in each one of these drills, you're learning to go from F sharp to a note that's further away. There's a new rule. If an unexpected sharp or flat suddenly appears within a measure, any following same note within that same measure is also that accidental. An example will make it clear. Turn the page to Melody 132. There's no key signature. It's in C major. All of your Fs up till now are natural till line 3, measure 4. Find it. The first F in that measure has a sharp sign. All the following Fs in that measure are also sharp. Adding them up, there are therefore 4 F sharps in that measure. See them? After that measure, we stop sharping our Fs. The next F is 2 measures later. As you're in the key of C, that F is an F natural. This is a natural sign. The hat was a gift from my wife, Gail. Now, in this and other music you'll encounter, your composer doesn't want you to play his tune badly in front of his family and friends. So, as a nicety, he's printed this natural sign in front of that F as a reminder that we're back to playing F naturals. He didn't have to write that natural sign in. He did it as a favor to you, and it might not have been there. If you don't begin playing F naturals, you're out of the orchestra and helping ticket holders find their seat numbers. So, 132 is a German tune that you now have all the skills and rules to play. The breath marks will give you an idea of the phrasing. As you're learning to play it, slow down and make sure of your tonguing, meaning tooting. Make sure it's clean. Initially, your fingering may not match up perfectly with your tonguing. Do your best here, but this is definitely a don't beat up my student moment. Go for slow and precise. I'll play it without repeats for you. Long strings of eighth notes, a new skill that you need to go slow for, or you might feel like this is a hard instrument. It's not, but this coordination is a new thing and it is essential. 133, you'll notice, is a drill again. It's an exercise in thirds, meaning that if you play a note and then play the note 2 scale notes up, you've played the interval of a third. From do to mi. Do, re, mi, 1, 3, jumping over the second. The arpeggios that you've been playing are made up of thirds going up and down. Do, mi, so, mi, do. So much music contains thirds that 133 becomes important to your future skill of getting thirds to fall effortlessly out of your flute. There are more difficult interval scales in your playing future. I think our author Burikoff put this drill in right after all those eighth note strings in exercise 132 to start advancing your tonguing skills at the same time as your interval fingerings. Give it some thought. I think it's a brilliant idea. Just remember, perfection, not speed. Drop down to 136. Our composer, William Billings, is a member of the Songwriters Hall of Fame at the Grammy Award Museum in Los Angeles, California. But he died 220 years ago, in 1800. How could that be? Well, our tune, Chester, was first published in 1770 in Billings' book of songs called The American Chorister. The book was published by, and the artwork for it was done by, Billings' good friend, Paul Revere. Oneth by land, twoeth by sea, Paul Revere. Just about all Billings' songs were patriotic and based on Bible psalms calling for the American Revolution, which freed the American colonies from England. This particular song, Chester, was the greatest hit of 1770 and was absolutely the most loved song of Revolutionary War soldiers. It's famous. Who else is in the Songwriters Hall of Fame? Other people you may not have heard of, like Maria Carey, Prince, Gloria Estefan, Elvis Costello, Marvin Gaye, Jerry Garcia, Cyndi Lauper, Garth Brooks, Bob Marley, John Bon Jovi, Loretta Lynn, Merle Haggard, Freddie Mercury, James Taylor, Bruce Springsteen, Irving Berlin, George Gershwin, Woody Guthrie. Yeah, I don't know when to stop. I just love reading that list of who's in there with this little tune's author. Chester has all the elements for a Unit 8 tune. In addition to our new note F sharp, it has whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, eighth notes, and a dotted note, and a lovely little melody that I'll play for you now. It's a real marching song. You can imagine the men leaving their homes and going off to war, singing that tune to keep their pace. Now, let's play a duet to close up this lesson. There's an ensemble piece that you're already able to play in the back of our book. It doesn't have a single F sharp, I'm sorry, but short of that, it's very playable. On page 40, number 186, is Dance of Hercules, a Susato tune. I played it as a duet for the intro to this lesson. But now let's slow it down a bit and play twice through together. The first time through, I'll play the easy Unit 4 melody on the top while you play the lower Unit 7 harmony that first passed through. Then we'll immediately repeat it, switching parts so that you get to play the melody through to the end. Don't forget your speed control in the settings to keep it all manageable and enjoyable. I'm looking forward to our next lesson. I'll be here when you're ready. Again, a thumbs up will let others know you have nothing to fear, and a subscription keeps you up to date and pleases the landlord. Thanks for watching. See you then. 2, 3, 4.